So welcome back to some more Mario Kart Wii races. If you're anything like me, you've got more time than ever right now. So hopefully half an hour of these races is more than enough. This race is pretty old, but it was pretty enjoyable nonetheless. I don't want to spoil it. I was really hoping to get in with that back green there, but it is what it is. Narrowly avoid the banana. I love the play of him trying to schlag me there. It was definitely a power move, but thankfully for me it didn't work out. But the Mega got me regardless, so it is what it is. And yet another Mega. But it's Peach, so pull the bullet and we know exactly what we're going to do with this. Pretty much just letting everybody do whatever chaos they want to do right now, and I'll just hope for the shock to happen. As you can expect, Peach beat, shock last turn, pretty standard stuff, right? No complaints from me. On to the next race. Peach Garden's not my favourite track, but I don't mind it whatsoever. Gives for some very interesting races sometimes. Don't pull mushroom sadly, so hopefully those greens crack on each other, otherwise that could have changed the entire race, like, completely. Box sadly, it's fine. Nearly didn't get that box, and it's a TC. Completely expecting to go through the grass, but for some reason he went the long way. Maybe to try and avoid me on his screen, I don't really know. Very laggy game. Go back to get the mushroom so nobody else can. Pretty standard stuff. Very lucky pull for the mushroom. Nothing out of the ordinary for third place, but definitely a crazy chance I didn't get one there. Trap someone there, get someone pretty much straight away, and I'm very thankful that that thundercloud did not get past me. No idea what I did here. This is incredibly stupid. And that is what it is. Thankfully the mushroom from last lap's there to save us a little bit. An awful position to be in right now, all things considered. Probably pull something to get through here. And we do. And they'd somehow failed to cut, which is certainly something you'd expect to have to try to do. You don't just fail Peach Garden's cut just like that usually. Maybe there was a banana or something. Thundercloud scared me quite a bit, but thankfully the shock entirely nullifies it. Into the end, a nice, stressful second place. the next race. I really enjoy Toad's Factory, but it's such a scary track to play on in the wrong rooms. I opt for a box here, which isn't normally what I do, but usually you want to just get ahead. Thankfully I did go for it, because I'd get red shelled otherwise. Bit of a bad line there, but it's not a big deal. I'm not nearly good enough to do that. Shot put over the gap. So I'm usually don't attempt it unless I've got like a bullet bill or something. Could have definitely squeezed one with both of those, but instead I went the awkward way and hit one of the stompers, but still in first place, so it is what it is. He's just on my tail right now, so bit of an awkward power, combined with a red combo. It was an uncomfortable sequence of events, but it is what it is. I can't really do any more about that. Thankfully I'm still near the front. I really should have slowed down when the POW hit, because there was a pretty high chance that I landed in the mud, like dead in my tracks. Thankfully that didn't happen. Another blue shell. A blue shell. Pretty nice. Up to second, looking good. But it's Toad Factory, so a shock at the end can still ruin everything. Yet another blue shell. Incredibly lucky. And the shot came at a pretty fortunate time. Not the best, not the worst, so it's pretty good race overall. I could have definitely done a lot of things better, but it also could have gone a lot worse, all things considered. Considering the combos and the awkward POWs. Just the POWs overall. And BC3 is one of my favourite tracks in the original tracks. Goes for some pretty good races. I really should have expected him to back there, even if it isn't like a particularly good thing for him to do, because it leaves him completely open to a red shell after there'd only been one set. Trade in for trying the cut. You get it nice and easy into first. Bullet bill. It's incredibly dangerous, gives me a heart attack every time I see that. For some reason, POWs don't always work properly. You know, guarantee you in the moment I press up on the D-pad probably 5 or 6 times, and I mean, you saw what happened. Triple mushrooms though is pretty good. Arguably better than being in first place without them, so pretty high trick, pretty awkward. We get a couple of those. Shot comes in at a pretty nasty place, but you know, it could have been worse. I could have gotten target shocked into the lava, and then you know, the only person behind me would be that daisy right now. Interesting series of events with that red shell. I don't really know if it even hit him. If that's someone else in front or what. You know, I'm going to do this guy dirty, and of course, you know, who wouldn't do this? This guy with the thundercloud scaring the crap out of me. So slow down, otherwise he was definitely going to hit me there. another cut. Nice and easy. And at this point we're having a good time. Blue shell doesn't really matter, we've got blue shell lead. Maybe even survive another blue shell if it happens. Nice and easy. Good first place. Pretty fun track. Definitely one of my favourite rainbow roads. Maybe not my favourite, like of all of them, but it's definitely up there. Gives for some interesting races sometimes. Unless that happens, of course. Mario Kart Wii Physics comes out. Pretty classic. You know, no lack of 2 boost, but that's fine because we're right next to boost balance. It is what it is. Star's not really what I wanted, but a second star definitely isn't. Use it just to, I don't really want to hit the fib, to be honest. Like, a lot of that star's wasted being in the cannon, but the star's not really doing much for me anyway right now. Especially not when there's no shocks in this room. Not 6 players. Triple mushrooms doesn't really help too much. Try to do the moon jump. Just barely fail it. You know, it doesn't save too much time, so it is whatever. I was very tempted to chain at this point, but I decided not to and just hold on to both mushrooms with a big cut over the, whatever you want to call that weird circle thing. Use a mushroom because there's no point holding onto it to the end of lap 3. At this point I need a blue shell or something to happen. Power isn't the best item, but also, you know, I know I can use it on this next big turn here. Try and get him off or whatever. Blue shell's nice pull. Definitely saves me this race. I don't think without that blue shell I'd be able to pull ahead as much. I could have trapped here, but I was just sort of focusing on trying to drive. Whereas, you know, sometimes when you do traps, you don't really drive as well. I really wish I could have had an opportunity to bomb snipe them, but they were just a little bit too far ahead. Blue shell at the end is pretty scary, but I've got enough distance to close it off. And that was a pretty intense race to play, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely one of those races where you are not in the best of mindsets afterwards, sweating profusely. I'm a big fan of this track, and starting at front is always a bonus. Try to green him, but it's fine, he cars himself anyway. I'd like to get a nice early lead here, but you know, I'm slowly breaking away. decided not to go inside because I didn't really know what was there. Blue shell's pretty awkward. If it had hit me an inch to the side, that truck would have crushed me completely. And this race would be entirely different. I mean, that red shell that nearly hit that guy probably would have hit me then, so you can safely say that first would have been out of the question if that happened. Luckily for me, it did. At this point, I know I'm one mistake away from losing my position. It only takes one single outplay from the guy in second and maybe third, and then that's it. But try to drive this section good, keep everything tight just so that he doesn't pass me. You know, I don't know the car patterns, but it was a risk I felt willing to take. And everything went fine, so just cross the finish and have a good race. This is definitely an all-time favourite track of mine. I actually did a poll a while ago to see what the most popular track in the game was, and I think it came out as a tie between this and Bowser Castle 64, which is entirely unsurprising to nobody. Awkward draft, you know, straight into the wall. It's okay though, because I had a bomb, so nobody was passing me. We go for cut here. For some reason it gives me the trick. You know, I didn't ask the game for a trick, I only did a single D-pad input to get the wheelie. The bananas is pretty nice, but we don't hang on to it for very long. Bit of grass, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sure that was a guy in a cart behind me, which is certainly something. Quite sadly, unless I pull mushrooms here, there's no way to break away, but I don't think that's given the right play. I'd rather just take the gap. It's pretty awkward air there. I feel very sorry for that guy lagging into both of my back trails, but you know, it works out better for me, so decide not to hold out my red in case anyone decides they can shroom past me, but they didn't, so. Barely misses the guy in first. Full mushroom. We're naturally not going to do dot cut. Red shell cracks on the bridge, pretty nice. Sadly the cut doesn't bring me forward any places, but it gives me a little breakaway. Unfortunately for me, this guy had a mushroom too, but we get the most random draft in this incredibly jank game ever, so we pass him through something that took absolutely no skill from me and was entirely unintended. But we take those. And yet another Peach Gardens. I don't really like showing two races on the same track, but this was a pretty good race, I'm not going to lie. Sadly don't pull mushroom, get past the TC. Hopefully this guy takes it and takes it straight into the fifth and gets bulleted. I feel very bad for him. I genuinely do, but You'd rather it be him than you. And getting bumped across the map by a bot. Something you say every day. We're obviously going to hold this star until, you know, the nice cut. Maybe someone will shock just before it. It's my mindset. We chain into the box. Of course we get the shock because people are predictable. You know, I have to hit that guy. It's pretty expectable. But unfortunate for them. Now we're just selling a mushroom in first. Be nice to do the cut lap 3. Break away some more. Hopefully second doesn't have mushroom. Well, in comes the blue shell, but there's no worries. Unfortunate that we didn't get to do the cut, but I'd rather not do the cut and not get hit by a blue shell, so. This guy's getting really close by, making me a bit uncomfortable. But I just try and do my best to stay entirely ahead. Back here, get in pretty expectable spot to back, but I don't really know what you do if you're in his position. Shock's not entirely the best for me. Thankfully, people with the items, the good items, would have been further back. So close it out pretty nicely. Someone gets hit on the line. That's unfortunate for them. I guess on to the next one. I'm not a big fan of custom textures, I'm not going to lie, but the ones that just sort of change the time of day or something really tiny, definitely a big fan of those. Nice to just change things up a tiny bit. And Jar Jar Ruins is one of my favourite tracks for Deku. This race gets a little bit sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. Failed the turn skip, it's not the end of the world, I still get around the bend fine. Probably cost me absolutely nothing in the end. This person is getting pretty close, keeping on my tail. They tried to side thread me, I guess. They only just dodged that fib, which, you know, I don't think I would have dodged that fib if I were them. I don't think I would have been good enough to do that. Kind of an awkward trick. Once again, don't get the turn skip, but you know, it's kind of awkward on 100cc. It's one of my biggest problems with this game. I really don't like playing 100cc online. Especially when there's all these weird, wacky shortcuts you have to practice. And you basically have to do a lot of them twice for 100cc. I pull out ahead, and at this point, you know, I really don't know what I'm doing. I try my best to pull back ahead. No idea why I go for that pillar. Because of that, I get past. Very unfortunate here, but you know, it's entirely my fault. Tried to get some banana snipes, but it was absolutely nothing. And the guy in front of me failed cut. I hit his trail. It is what it is, I guess. You know, you can't change that. Pretty unfortunate that I hit the bat and I straight into the pit, but they're not all winners, are they? I have no idea what happened there. I was completely in shock that the red did not hit me, so as most people probably would, straight into the off-road. But somehow, the pack was far enough behind that I still get 4th place. We take those. And lastly for today, I think it's the most intense track in the game, perhaps, besides, you know, like Luigi Circuit, Mario Raceway, with all the shenanigans. Rumble Volcano, what a good track. Unfortunately I get redded, you know, kind of my fault, but before Mushroom, I slow down to let the star pass. I don't really feel like losing it. Like he was trying to schlag the other guys, but you know, he was on the slower route, so it didn't get me. Just narrowly missed the bomb. Straight in for the respawn shortcut, naturally. And we straight into second. Pretty awkward place to shock into the off-road, but could have been much worse. I could have got the shocks into the pit. Or like before the mushroom, anything could have happened. So we'll take it. Really wanted to hit that box back there, but I messed it up, I guess. Didn't mind, you know, an extra chance to hit a mushroom. I don't think I can get a thundercloud in second in a full room, so it wouldn't have mattered either way, so it's whatever. Still in second after a target shot, which is very tasty. We've got the thundercloud behind me, which is definitely scaring me, as you'd expect. I think everybody gets scared when the person behind you has a thundercloud. But they either passed it or they fell back as a result. I'm not really sure who it was. Everyone's so close to me, I don't really feel like I can go aggressive trying to get mushrooms. And I sadly messed up the chain with the fib, but it's a decent enough lead. But we're just going to try and go all the way around and do it the easy way. The shock, incredible. Somebody got target shocked back there. Nobody can do respawn shortcut or rock hop, so they're home free for a second. We'll take those. And that's everything for today. Thank you very much.